Yeah. So my whole thing is, first of all, the defender, why do you let it bounce? Second is that he let it drop in an area right where Alisson cannot do anything. Hello everybody and welcome to the Football Kaki. I am your host Elder and I am joined by my fellow Kaki bro, Paul. Paul, how are you doing?
I am good, brother. How are you, sir?
I am feeling alright. Just prior to recording this, right, I had a blackout in my house. So
A blackout?
Yes.
Something tripped. I think wire tripped.
I don't know, bro. Like, you know, blackouts can cause like very random things. Like sometimes I remember there was once I was going for a church meeting, right, and I missed it because we had to figure out what was wrong with the blackout because the house just kept dripping, right? Then I found it in my kettle after testing every single plug.
The kettle like old, is it, or something?
No, like the fuse in the kettle, the fuse in the plug on the kettle spoiled. So every time I plugged it in, right, so I talked to my dad. I was like, okay, unplug everything. So I plug. Then I plug the kettle. At the moment I plug in the kettle, 5 seconds later, the whole house blackout.
Then someone has to go and trip the circuit, right?
Yes, 100%. Somebody has to go and trip the circuit. But what to do, it is what it is. But how bro? What do you think this week? How?
Actually, not bad. Actually, football, the EPL is back, right?
I mean, EPL is back.
After like what, 2.5 weeks of irregular football, right? It was like one match week spread to over 2.5 weeks. Then the FA Cup.
Then the FA Cup. Right. Then after the FA Cup, then it was this. Then this is the one to close out the month lah. I think football was interesting this week because there was a lot of like interesting results. But I think one piece of news, right, gets overshadows everything else.
What, Lewis Hamilton?
That also. That one, right, bro.
There's no Formula One.
I mean, before we get into the football bit of news, right, let's talk about this, right. I'm a diehard Ferrari fan for F1, right. So for everybody knows in Formula One, right, like me and Paul are avid Formula One supporters, as is Jordan and me there also lah. Paul is a avid supporter of Sebastian Vettel, but he does support Red Bull because Sebastian Vettel was a Red Bull driver for a prolonged period of time. I am a Ferrari driver because of Michael Schumacher. But Ferrari is equally as
Ferrari drivers, yeah?
No, I am a Ferrari fan. Sorry, I'm not a Ferrari driver. I'm a Ferrari fan because of Michael Schumacher. However, Ferrari, right, is like Manchester United in the current state before Manchester United became Manchester United.
Yes, as in now it's like since 2009, right? Ferrari has been the post-Ferguson era, right?
Yes, Ferrari has been the post-Ferguson era, like, or we call it the post-Schumi era, right? I've seen multiple heartbreak and everything, right? So for the fact that the one driver I absolutely cannot stand is going to come to Ferrari in 2025, right? I am super confused as to how to feel. Until this day, bro. And the funniest part was that you were the one that broke the news to me.
Yeah, bro, I was eating dinner at McDonald's or something. Because sometimes I like to eat dinner alone, right? So I eat a fast one. Then I see the chat. Somebody sent Hamilton to Ferrari. Then I like, oh, fake one. First thing I go and check is like the verified social media, which is like Sky Sports or like F1, right? Then Sky Sports did post it like 1 minute ago, that kind. Then I straight away, send to you.
Yeah, and I cannot stand Mercedes. I'm not a Lewis Hamilton fan. I was one of the guys that were rooting for Max Verstappen, right, when he won the championship in 2021. But I found Red Bull's domination in the past year very, very irritating. So I am glad to take anything.
I think it's going to continue for this year again.
Yeah, until the regulation changes in 2026.
Maybe. Yeah.
Until the regulation changes in 2026, which will be, I think, interesting because Hamilton did do this with Mercedes the first time he came over. He left he joined a year before the regulation change.
So he joined a year before where he can still innovate the car.
Correct. So they've got a year to development. Basically, the development.
But Ferrari apart from Schumacher, I don't think Ferrari lets the drivers innovate the car that much, right?
Because I find that how to say
they find that you don't touch my Ferrari, it's like
but also
we have a reputation for producing fast race cars,
which is absolutely not true in the past 5 years. I feel that at the end of the day, right, like they are more towards like traditional. They're very traditional. They only allow certain people to work on the car, certain people to contribute. The drivers only give feedback based on what they feel for the existing car lah. But also I feel that it's because Charles and Carlos, they are not experienced in car development.
They're just drivers.
So I think Lewis coming in probably would have helped lah. because I would say that it's different from older drivers versus new year drivers. That the older drivers had a bigger hand in car development rather than the current ones. Whereas current ones is just all engineers. But we shall see. Hopefully that brings us something, right? But now the other big news is that Real Madrid may have found their superstar of the future in the form of Kylian Mbappe, who, from what we heard and reports have been saying, is that he's going to leave PSG on a free transfer at the end of the season, right, to join Real Madrid. Bro,
I find that this news is like the 100th time we are hearing this.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is,
in the past 2 years.
But this is the first time that it's like been more or less official. Because it's always been.
Yeah, it's because his contract is and it's because his contract is ending already.
Correct.
Like if you hear Luis Enrique's like comments, right? There's absolutely no confidence he will keep him.
No, zero, bro. Like he's always wanted to leave. Right? He wanted to leave last year, but just that PSG didn't want to sell.
Yeah, and he decided to take the money, right?
Correct.
For 1 year, actually, it's quite a good deal.
I mean, like 1 million a week, right? Was it?
Yeah, and if he sees out that 1 year, he gets 100 million as a sign-off bonus, signing on,
bro.
bonus.
He takes, if let's say you do a thing, it's 152 million just like that
in a year.
In a year. Then of course, if you minus off taxes, then I think, but he is French in a French country, so it's like
still at least 80 million.
Yeah, 80,
bro. 80 million, I think. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, what can you say, like? But looking at it, right, like I thought about it. Mbappe coming, that front six.
They're going to get what? 16, 15 or 16, the Champions League. 15, right? Now they're 14, right?
14, I think. They're probably going to get 15. Bro, that lineup,
Vinicius.
You went from Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo, right? And then the midfield was Cruz, Casemiro, and Modric, right? To Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Valverde, Bellingham.
Too many, yeah.
And they're all
Cruz,
young.
Modric on the bench.
Bro, they're all young, They're all 25 or younger,
I think that's why, like Real Madrid, they're starting to go back to their like one Galactico signing per year, right?
But
I think the past 2 years they bought Tuchemani and then they buy Bellingham this year. Right?
Correct. Plus, bro, you must remember this one thing, right? Like City have the 115 pending. If City get relegated, right? I go. Real Madrid just go for Erling Haaland.
Yeah, I think no way he has in a way. Yeah, that's the only club he will go to. I don't think he'll go to like Barca or
no.
Then I think they will have to let go. I think Rodrigo maybe.
You let go Rodrigo.
So it'll be Haaland, Mbappe, Vinicius.
It's Haaland, Mbappe, and Vinicius, bro. That's quite mad.
That's a Ronaldo, Benzema, and Bale.
That's different level, bro. I think this one is better because Haaland is Haaland, Mbappe is Mbappe, Vinicius is Vinicius.
Will it be too much of an imbalance?
I don't think so though. Because I mean, the only thing is whether they can work together. Because I find that superstar players function well when they're the star. But then if let's say you do that, who's the star? And you must remember, right? Mbappe was 7, right? Who's Real Madrid's number 7 now?
Hazard, Vinicius. I think he will take 11, no man. Mbappe or 10,
Rodrigo's 11.
Mbappe will take 10.
Modric is 10.
Yeah, but I don't think Modric will stay anymore. He's reaching the end already, I think.
Yeah, bro. Modric is 10. He can take a different number. I don't know, bro. We shall see. But yeah lah. I think it's going to be interesting.
But I think minimally they will just get Mbappe first.
I think so.
For 1 year, right? If Haaland...
Bro, there's no way Mbappe is going to sign a... Okay.
No, I don't think they'll get both in one window.
No. Haaland, right? I think the Haaland one, right, is really dependent on whether or not the 115 happens also. And plus also, right, I feel that, right, you think about it, right, the value that you probably have played for Mbappe will probably been upwards of close to 200 million. Am I wrong?
That's your entire transfer budget, right?
Yeah, entire transfer budget. But you get him on a free, right? You can spend that entire transfer budget on Haaland.
Oh yeah, free,
It's a free transfer, bro.
Oh, this is like the best free transfer
It's the best win-win scenario for Real Madrid.
Yeah, instead of paying 100 million last year, right?
Correct. Instead of paying 100 million last year, you get Mbappe on a free and you could have taken that money, right, and spend it on Haaland, right? Especially if the 115 leads to Man City getting relegated. Because if Man City get relegated to League 2, right, Haaland's not staying 100%.
And Haaland won't be worth 100 million.
And Haaland won't be worth 100 million. So
you want
to
sell because he wants to leave, right?
Yes, and you want to sell, right? You get it at a good value and cheap.
Yeah.
It's smart business, dude. But I mean, we shall see that all of this is all hypotheticals, bro. So I think what we want to say. Okay, but let's get into today's episode, right? So today, what we are going to talk about is, of course, the big game of the weekend, right? Arsenal beat Liverpool 3-1. this was a shock to me. I don't know whether was it a shock to you.
Yes.
It was a shock to a lot of people.
It was a bit of a shock, yeah.
It was a shock to a lot of people, right? Because honestly, right, if you've seen our previous episode, both of us didn't give Arsenal a chance at all in having a victory, right? But Arsenal beat Liverpool 3-1. I've still got a few things I want to say, right? I will leave this one comment I want to say for later, right? But we shall see. We shall see whether you agree or not, lah. I think it's probably gonna make a lot of Arsenal fans very unhappy. The next one is, of course, Chelsea lose to Wolves 4-2 at Stamford Bridge, making them fall 11th in the Premier League.
Are you really surprised?
This one I'm not, bro.
I do think that now his job is he's in trouble. He's really in trouble now.
Correct. Because I feel that like you can't lose 4-2, bro. I get Wolves have some good players, right? And United nearly collapsed against them, right? But United won. Chelsea didn't. So it's interesting. And then of course we are going to talk about this week's match of the week, which of course is Manchester United versus Aston Villa. It is happening at Villa Park. Aston Villa is home, Man United is away. Aston Villa had a 5-0 victory against Sheffield away from home. Why Sheffield United like to lose big game? Like to lose by so many goals at home, man.
Going down, bro.
Lose what? 8-0 to Newcastle at home, then lose 5-0 to Aston Villa at home.
Yeah, they're going to go down, right?
Bye, Sheffield United. I'm so sorry, right, bro. Okay, so, bro, you ready to get into it?
Let's go, brother.
All right, so let's get into this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki. All right, so let's get into this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki. And the first game we're going to talk about is, of course, Arsenal beating Liverpool 3-1 at the Emirates with goals from Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard. And then Gabriel with a very unique and awkward own goal. Liverpool didn't have a single player that scored this game. What do you think?
It's quite insane, right? Like how many, like you think about, like how they never, I don't know, bro, I'm speechless, yeah. But honestly, I don't know why they were like that also.
No, I think he got the lineup wrong.
Lineup?
Yeah, bro. He played Diaz on the left. He played Gakpo on the right. He played Jota in the middle.
Yeah, he didn't play Nunes, right?
He didn't play Nunes. He should play Nunes in the middle, right? Diaz on the right, Jota on the left. Which is what's been working. So he did that, right? And it's sad because they come off of a victory over Chelsea 4-1. You go into this game where you are clearly the better team, right? And then you provide this result, bro. Defensively they were a disaster.
Bro, first half no shot on target. Zero from this Liverpool team.
Correct. And it's shocking because let's just recap this game. Like the first goal is 100% Konate's fault. Because Van Dijk went up to press.
Bro.
No, both.
Van Dijk commit, like he came out, then Havertz on through, right? Yeah.
Van Dijk commit, but the thing is that Konate was tracking back, so the line wasn't high. Konate went deep, but right, if Van Dijk goes forward, right, the other two should go forward. So if the players come across, right, you hold the offside trap,
Yeah, but I felt that Van Dijk shouldn't have like lunged out.
That
was a Maguire move.
Yeah, it's a Maguire move, but the thing is that in the past few games, Maguire done it right because he's the last line, he got no choice.
Yeah. So when he came out, then Havertz ran into the open space, man.
Yeah, bro. And the finish was a reason why you wasted money on Kai Havertz.
Exactly. He should have just squared it. Then he will make himself look better, right?
Correct, bro. He went one-on-one on his weaker foot, popped it straight to Alisson, right? Alisson, honestly, he pumped it at the wrong area, right? And then
Saka lucky that the ball came to his.
It's like what you said, it's all the tap-ins and deflections.
I never say this one.
I know, I got a lot to say about Arsenal. This game. That's why I say I think I'm going to be thing. Right? I wanted to call it like it became tap-in city.
Yeah, I see, bro. It's another tap-in. I don't like on these other things.
So you said it also. You cannot just say I don't say it also. I said it also.
Yeah, but you brought it up. I forgot about it.
I think, bro, it's tap-in city. Legit. Like, okay, so this one is... Alisson pushed it away. Tap-in. Okay.
Equalizer.
I think it was just about
46
before half
minutes.
time.
I remember,
Yeah, it was about 14 minutes for the Saka one. Then the equalizer came right from a very like anyhow type of play like Saliba trying to block off Diaz. Diaz got a foot to it, flicks it up.
Ryan never come out, right?
Yeah, they never come out. I feel that if the ball didn't go into the net, right, I think it's a handball because the ball clearly hit Gabriel's hand.
Yeah. So if it's a handball and go in, then they will just take it as a goal.
Correct. So I mean, you take it as a goal, right? In the end, it was 1-1. Then Liverpool come back, start okay. Overall, Arsenal look more likely to score lah. Then bro, the Martinelli goal.
Yeah, this Van
Another
Dijk.
tap in.
No, bro. As a goalkeeper, as a defender, right, you should never let the ball bounce. Right,
Yes.
that's like rule number one.
Correct.
As a Premier League centre back.
Correct.
Remember the Lindelof first time he let the ball bounce.
The Brighton one, right?
Then he got absolutely torn to bits. Remember?
Yeah, then both of us were super angry. Why you let the ball bounce?
Yeah, you shouldn't let the ball bounce. Then this Van Dijk is so confident that Alisson will come out and actually Van Dijk did the right thing. Like if you think about it. I mean, if you don't count the let the ball bounce, his eye, he saw Alisson come out, so he made way for Alisson to clear the ball.
Correct. But the thing is that he didn't, how to say, like what the commentator said, like, he was more concerned about Alisson coming out than he was about blocking Martinelli off.
Yeah, if you just like screen him, then it's fine, right?
Yeah, because I feel that in terms of power and strength, right, definitely Van Dijk is stronger than Martinelli.
Yeah, if you just put your body in front of him, he
just put your
cannot
body
get
in front
around
of him.
you. Yeah.
Then Martinelli jumps, knocks Van Dijk. There's a miscommunication, right? Tap in, open goal.
No, it's the Alisson missed the clearance.
Yeah. So my whole thing is, first of all, as a defender, why do you let it bounce? Second is that he let it drop in an area, right, where Alisson cannot do anything.
He cannot use his hands, right? Yeah.
He cannot use his hands. So Alisson has to kick the ball. So if it was in the
he cannot hit it also, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Van Dijk should have just, like, he can do it, just pump the ball away, what?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you sit down, no nonsense, right? Then this type of thing happens, right? Then the ball goes in, right? Then honestly, tap in again. Tap in City.
Okay, but this one is Liverpool asking for it,
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, this one is a clear like error.
Correct. Then after that, Konate gets a red for blocking off Havertz. Even though Havertz should have gotten a yellow card for partial simulation because Konate never hit his face.
But he did body check him though.
He did body check. So he did body check, right?
He cut the movement off.
But I feel that it's a bit harsh to give a red card.
It should be like a last warning kind, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's a bit harsh to give a second yellow for that also.
No, but I think also is because he was going to start a counter already.
But you start a counter doesn't really necessarily mean anything, right?
I think it does, bro.
Was the ref Simon Hooper? Was the ref Simon Hooper?
Bro, Anthony Taylor, bro.
Who
else, bro?
You know,
for someone who screwed up so many times, right? He's getting so many big profile games.
Bro, honestly, right? Like, now I can't tell the difference between Simon Hooper and Anthony Taylor anymore already.
And the other guy, what's that? Paul Tierney, is it?
Yes.
Another one. All three of them.
It's like, wow, frustrating. But I mean, like, okay, in fairness, right? It can go either way. Whether a yellow card or not, lah. Konate did what he had to do, lah. But just before the end of the game, Javier Eller lets Trossard get by him way too easily. Everybody doesn't track back. Van Dijk does a stupid thing whereby, like, to me, this is the part that I wanna check with you, right? They scored about the 92nd minute, right? There's 7 minutes of extra time. Van Dijk very like nonchalant trying to get to the ball. Trossard got so much open space to just go inside.
No, I don't think I don't think he expected maybe Trossard to cross, Okay, honestly, from the angle, right, he shouldn't have scored.
He shouldn't.
Yeah, that one is also another Alisson mistake. Right. As a keeper also, you shouldn't let the ball go through your leg.
But I find that it's also because like the Javier
Elliott defender put him in the position. Yeah.
Javier Elliott and defender didn't track back and Diaz didn't really track back, right? Then Van Dijk put him in a position where it's like Trossard got way too much time. Bro, Trossard slowed down.
Yeah, slow down to compose himself to shoot. Right?
To shoot, that means that you're giving the player way too much time to shoot the ball. Yeah. And my whole thing was that, like, I looked at it like this. I see whether you agree or not. You cannot tell me that Liverpool cannot get something in 5 minutes.
But they will be off yesterday, bro. Like, really damn bad.
I know, but the thing is that you can't tell me that even if they're bad,
for sure,
there's a possibility that they could have just tried their best, try to get something in 5 minutes. Then you put this because of nonchalant defending, right? You end up
3-1,
letting Arsenal ice the game.
But they already were at 10 men down.
Yeah lah. But what do you think of Arteta's celebration?
He did the Liverpool thing, right? He did the club thing, right?
Yeah.
The triple fist bump thing.
But the way he
banter,
ran around,
bro, the football banter.
The way he ran around, right? It's like, wow. It's like,
bro,
I didn't know.
You should never feel bad. You should never feel bad for a win. Just celebrate how you won. Really.
Yeah, correct lah. I'm more like, wow.
But it's a bit more of excessive lah, right?
No, that's what I thought.
Like,
I thought it was
we've seen it last year. What? They beat after that new Reece Nelson goal, remember?
Yeah.
Then they act like they win the league.
And then they lost it.
Remember? Then we just wait, just chill first. See what happens. It's not over yet, yeah.
Yeah, bro. But I mean, like, because of this, right, like, they are 2 points behind Liverpool now, right? And then City have 2 games in hand now. They're playing Brentford City's playing Brentford tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Singapore time. So, before, at the time we're recording, right, City haven't played yet, but they do have 2 games in hand, right? If City win their 2 games in hand and they get that lead, right, City will top of the league. Because they are 5 behind Liverpool at the moment. If they win the 6, they will go 1 point ahead of Liverpool, 3 points ahead of Arsenal. So basically, by having Arsenal winning, right, they are back in the title race. Because now it's just literally a 3-point gap.
Yeah, it is. And it's just see who make mistake now. I just feel like now it's like see who makes the first mistake.
Correct. So I mean, what can we do about, bro? What do you think overall? Other than the fact that you're speechless.
Yeah, I think Liverpool. Also, will you say it's complacency?
I won't say it's complacency. I will say that it's just one of the few times where maybe they just didn't get it technically right.
Van Dijk making mistakes, not a technical.
And Van Dijk making mistakes, like.
Yeah, Alisson also.
Like honestly,
the two
right,
most trust, like 2 players that you can trust most, failed.
Yes, correct. It's like the only other person of the entire squad, right? They are the 2 most trustworthy players. Then after that is Salah. Then after that is Salah, Trent, and then Robertson, because they're the seniors, ma. But then when your goalkeeper makes 2 mistakes like that, your Van Dijk makes another mistake like that. Hard to say lah. I think Van Dijk and Alisson responsible for all 3 goals, bro. Yes,
for the first goal, yes. Yes, the first goal for me is Van Dijk, yeah.
But Alisson also pushed it, right? But Alisson also pushed it.
But Alisson no choice, at least he got his hand to it. Yeah. That's the most important thing.
Correct. The second goal, cannot lah. Big no.
Yeah.
That mean I say that mean City, bro. Both goals, yeah. The first 2 goals. And it's not say that Liverpool cannot win these games, yeah, which is sad. But what to do? Arsenal beat Liverpool 3-1. Arsenal's next game is, of course, against West Ham this coming Sunday. So yes, all right. So next up, bro, I think we good with this game. Got anything else to add?
At least Arsenal is 2 behind now, rather than 8 behind.
Yes, 2 behind rather than 8 behind, right? And this makes for interesting title race, especially with the result that Manchester City are going to face up. Because Man City, if I'm not mistaken, right, they are playing Brentford, followed by Everton next week.
Yeah, it's because they play the last game of this game week and then the first game of next game week. So come the next week, they can go back to
They could be top of the table already.
Yeah.
So yes, we shall see. So next up, Chelsea, of course, lose 4-2 to Wolves at home to Stamford Bridge. Wolves, must remember, right, lost 4-3 to Manchester United earlier in the week. This sparks a lot of question marks about Chelsea, I feel because even though they took the lead, after the first goal went in, right, bro, it's just a collapse.
Yeah, bro.
It's really just collapse.
Like, and then the keeper also lousy, the Chelsea keeper.
Petrovic, right?
Boy, absolute trash. Even Hilario is better.
I don't think.
Remember Hilario?
I can't even remember. That's how big it is. Like, usually back goalkeepers I remember. This one I totally can't remember. I think okay, but this one, right, like Chelsea had a good start. The goal for Cole Palmer, right? Nice pass. Conor Gallagher, nice pass to Caicedo. Caicedo pass to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer finishes it off lah. But brother, Caicedo, I don't know whether what's wrong because he sometimes gets caught into very awkward situations and then it ends up costing Chelsea.
I agree, man. Yeah. Because
this one, he lost the ball. He got pressed. Then after that, it was just pass to the wing. Cunha shoots, deflection, goal. 3 minutes later, Matthias Cunha gets one. And then after that, just before halftime, Axel Disasi with an own goal. Another deflection.
Disasi.
Disasi.
Yeah, but I think, bro, I don't know why they are like, they collapsed, this Chelsea. I see players like Madueke, all these. I feel they are like a misfit in this team. Yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense because with the squad,
especially this Mudryk, bro. Yeah,
he doesn't.
What a fraud, man. I don't know, bro. But it's a fraud,
Oh, Enzo.
For the amount of money they paid. No, Enzo is okay, but I don't. I just feel that they are lacking in something, Like they are not gel together, or I don't know.
No,
the only one that seems to be working is this Cole Palmer.
No, I feel like honestly, when you spend that amount of money on players, right, you are reaching for a lot of it, bro. In one window, because I mean, you're literally reaching and hoping that some of them pay off. Like let's just say for example, right? Like they get a goal of Disasi. Sterling Sterling, don't get me started. Sterling misses one of the better opportunities, right? When the ball goes to Chilwell, right? Honestly, Chilwell should have shot the ball.
Sterling missing is like the story of his career, bro.
Correct, bro. he just cannot finish, bro. Like, and you pay, and you like thinking like, oh, good, this is gonna be a high value guy. He's gonna do everything. Like, he's the reason why Manchester City, why they left Man City, let him go.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like 40 million just to this kind of thing.
That was the reason why they were letting him go for cheap. And then right, Pedro Neto, this game, he's actually super good, bro.
He's damn good, yeah.
He's super good, bro. Like, he's aggressive. He charges down the wing.
Fast, yeah.
He's fast. He's able to get the awareness to know where to feed the ball. Because when they got it down the wing, it was 1-on-1 against Thiago Silva, right? There's no way Thiago Silva is beating Neto. Then he cuts back for Cunha. Cunha shot 3-1. And then Gusto gives away a penalty.
And then Cunha hat-trick.
4-1. Then Thiago Silva gets one late, 4-2. Bro, this game,
but okay, honestly, the thing is, I'm not surprised. I don't even know why we're acting like we're surprised. I'm not even surprised at all.
I won't say I wasn't surprised that they lost. I'm more surprised at the fact, right, that like
the manner that they lost.
In the manner that they lost, right, is one thing, right. The other thing is that with this squad, right, there's no way that they should be in this situation.
Yeah, which leads you to the next question.
Is Pochettino getting sacked?
Gone lah. He's more in the hot soup than he is like before, before the Liverpool game.
Is it more than the one Eric Ten Hag?
Bro, Ten Hag can continue to lose 5-6 games, his job will still be safe one. But I think knowing the Chelsea boss, right, I think they will cut him now. This morning I was reading they want to get Xabi Alonso.
He won't.
They want to waste no time.
I don't think he will go. Bro.
Chelsea got a history of especially these 2 years, they have a good reputation of stealing things.
No, correct. But here's the thing. Like,
yeah, but he won't do that.
He won't do it because, for one, I feel like Xabi Alonso, right, he's going to see out the season at Leverkusen because he wants to know whether they can win the title or not. And of course, honestly, right, with the open opportunity that Liverpool's going to have, right, there's a higher chance he's going to go to Liverpool rather than Chelsea.
Yeah,
because of the sentimental things and the history he's had with Liverpool, So I don't think there's any way that he's going to think. Angry Red Man wants Jose Mourinho back.
I want Jose Mourinho back.
I also want Jose Mourinho back. But just take back Graham Potter.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
No, but bro, here's the thing. Here's the one thing I say. 3 different managers, right? Same problems.
They should have sacked Tuchel, right?
Okay, Lampard had a problem. Tuchel had a problem. Lampard came back. Lampard also had a problem. Graham Potter had a problem.
Lampard. Then back to Lampard again, right?
Then back to Lampard again. Then after that you got another. Then after that you had a problem now with Pochettino. I think it's worse than what it is really.
Yeah, it's like they're in a mess that is worse than,
because
they're even more messier than they were before.
Because the problem I feel, right, is because they are buying so many players at one shot, right? How many of the players did the manager actually have input in?
Yeah, that's why. Plus, I feel that it's a very imbalanced team.
Bro, there's no balance whatsoever.
Then they buy the Nicholas Jackson, so like I don't know.
Bro, Nicholas Jackson miss open header, bro. Open header in the 6-yard box, not even on target.
Yeah. Yeah, I see all these like misfits, right? Like Madueke, Nicholas Jackson. I would say even like Romeo Lavia.
I feel like what they're doing is like you're just taking a bunch of ingredients, throwing it together and hoping that it works.
Yes.
That's essentially what's going on, right? So like
when the manager gets to spend too much, also it's like can be quite a scary thing.
Correct, but the thing is
because you will want everything, ma. Yeah, but a lot of it is bought by the club, right?
Yeah, which is another thing is also because like Poch has problems at PSG, and then now he has got Chelsea. He's got these issues at Chelsea also, right? So I don't know, bro. Like the next game that Chelsea have is Crystal Palace, followed by Man City,
Bro, if they look, Palace themselves also have problem. So I don't think this is like Chelsea versus Palace. Right? See whose problem is worse. Yeah, but the City game can forget about it.
The City game they can forget about it, right? I honestly feel like I'm giving Chelsea until
maybe like 2 weeks.
No, I'm giving Chelsea until the EFL Cup final
to prove that what. If he lose, then that's gone.
If he lose, then he's gone already, bro.
Against Liverpool, right?
Against Liverpool. Then after they got Brentford, then after they got Newcastle and Chelsea. No, Newcastle and Arsenal. If
All
they
the
lose
best,
the
sir.
EFL Cup final, right,
Confirm
and they
gone,
lose to
bro.
Brentford, he's gone already. I don't
No, I
think
don't even need to count the Brentford game. You lose the final, he gone already.
because the thing is that the only reason why they're holding on to him now is because he's a possibility of winning a trophy.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, bro. What to do? So Chelsea's currently 11, and with the same goal difference as Manchester United. You want to guess what it is?
-1.
Yes, correct. So they have a negative goal difference just like Man United, right? And I think that they are in a much worse state than we are currently now, even though ours is not getting any better. But what do we do? All right, so now, bro, before we move on to the match of the week, do you have anything else to add?
Sorry, Poch. I think it's over. I think he might not even make the final. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know, bro. Honestly, I feel that don't risk it, right? Sack him after the final if he lose.
But you risk losing the final, you get what I mean?
I know, but the thing is that you also risk losing a final if you were to go and sack the manager now.
I mean, if you can get Jose in now, then I think sure, why not?
Maybe right. But I don't think Jose wants to go back to Chelsea. Not in his current state. And you must remember, right? This one is totally not his squad. It's like zero. It's a mash of ingredients. Chelsea just a disaster right now. It's just messy. But it does provide for good entertainment.
There's a saying, right? It's funny when it's not happening to you.
Yeah, correct. But the thing is that it's happening. No, the thing is that it's funny because it's happening to us also, but we are not in a bad. We are not in that bad state compared to them. Even though ours is also bad.
Yeah.
It makes us compared to Chelsea, right? Look like a sun-kissed orange, right? Whereas Chelsea is just like a rotten egg.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do I do? All right, bro. So let's move on to the match of the week. It is, of course, Manchester United versus Aston Villa. There is an 8-point gap currently between Villa and Manchester United. Villa are likelihood going to be the shoe-in favourites for the Champions League spot in 4th position, right? Because they are currently 2 points ahead of Spurs, and they are 8 points ahead of Man United. Man United have more to play for than Aston Villa. Aston Villa got more to lose. Man United got more to gain. Bro, where do you see this going? And it is at Villa Park. So
Lisandro injured, right?
Yes. And I think it's an ACL injury.
I think Villa, like you said, they have more to lose, right? So they will make sure they won't. I don't know, bro. Okay, I think I don't want to give hope to any teams also. Especially to Man U. I think Villa. I think Villa is favourites because they just came off a 5-0 win, right?
Correct. And we played him in the Europa League final also, right? That time.
That was like 2-3 years ago.
2-3 years ago, then we lost. So our record against him has not been good.
I think we lost to him and he was in the Arsenal also.
And I'm not sure, man. Like I do feel that at the end of the day, right, like in the current state of managerial positions, right, Aston Villa have got a better advantage tactically, to me.
Their team is so much stable also.
Yeah, bro. And they're a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say Aston Villa, bro.
You're saying Aston Villa, right?
On my side, yeah.
Yeah, correct. But we did beat Aston Villa.
Don't be fooled by 2 games only, bro.
Correct, I agree. But we did beat Aston Villa the last time. It was the Højlund winner.
Is it the McTominay one?
No, that's nothing for us. This is Højlund scoring at the end.
Oh yeah.
The Højlund winner.
But that's different. That's at Old Trafford. Yeah.
That's at Old Trafford. But Old Trafford is also not really a fortress anymore. So, but Aston Villa is, and Aston Villa is very hard to beat at home. So I don't know, bro. Like, because honestly, right, like Man United, we don't want to get our hopes up. And Aston Villa is a good enough team to a point where like they are tactically stable because Unai Emery is such a great manager. I don't know, bro. 11 points gap between fourth. We are as good as done already. Don't
even look that far. We're not gonna get it, bro.
Yeah, we're not.
For us, like 5th place is still like okay, you know.
Yep, I agree. But what to do? I don't really think we have much to add about this, other than the fact that Man United just need to keep it going, right? They need to try. But Aston Villa just seems more tactically sound.
Yeah, but Villa, they did choke against. They did lose against what's that team? Newcastle, right? Out of nowhere, I saw suddenly they lost to Newcastle. But I think
it's different.
They will bounce back. They bounced back with a 5-0 win.
They bounced back with a 5-0 win against Sheffield. So
yeah. So next is like what better way to go into a Man U game when you win 5-0, right?
Correct. And they have but they also have a FA Cup 4th round replay on Thursday.
Doesn't matter. We don't have Lisandro, bro. We're going to be playing Maguire.
We don't have Lisandro. We have Harry Maguire, and I think Rafael Varane is probably going to start. But yes, what do we do? All right. So now, let's move into our match predictions, right, for our Futbol Kaki match of the week. So, just to have a recap, because last week, the match that we picked wasn't part of the schedule. So what we have done is that we are moving the point system over to this week. So we are going to review the points outcome for two of the matches, right, which of course is Arsenal versus Liverpool. Now, for recapping purposes, the predictions were that I predicted Liverpool were to have a 2-1 victory over Arsenal, and Paul predicted for a 1-1 draw. By proxy, because Liverpool didn't win and Paul went with a draw, Paul gets the point because his draw is closer to the actual result of this game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Liverpool didn't win. So because I predicted Liverpool to win, there's no chance I got this in the point. But in the other game where it was Liverpool-Chelsea for the previous match week, Paul predicted 2-0 to Liverpool. I predicted a 2-1 win to Liverpool. Right? I get the point because the final score was 4-1. Paul predicted a clean sheet. Liverpool didn't get a clean sheet. Yep. Liverpool conceded 1, but they won 4, so I get a point. So now, currently we are tied 6-6 at the points tally at the moment for the Futbol Kaki match of the week predictions. Now, bro, this result for our favorite club, the one that we have supported loyally through thick and thin, despite all the pain that it's caused us, is going to decide our fate between how we're going to split up this thing, whether it's this deadlock. So, what is your match prediction for this game? I think Villa will win 2-1.
Aston Villa wins 2-1. Wow. Okay. I will predict 2-2.
Okay. Why don't you just predict a Man U win, bro?
Because I also don't have faith. My standards have dropped. My standards have dropped a lot. Okay. To everybody out there, right, my standards and my optimism for Manchester United has dropped a lot. Last year, I was very optimistic. Paul was more of a pessimist.
This season, it's dropped like grapes.
This season, it has dropped. Like, Paul has gone below pessimist. I have gone to pessimist. So my faith in Manchester United has dropped too much already. How do you lose 9 games in the first half of the season?
And it's not even the end of the season yet.
Yes, and it's not even like March or April. It's February.
Bro, you know Onana conceded 50 goals already.
He shouldn't even be there. And don't get me started.
But he did get a clean sheet though.
Don't get me started, dude. I was very happy for not having to rant about Manchester United and Erik ten Hag's stupid tactical decisions, right? This week. And the only reason why this game was picked is because it's the biggest game of the week.
Yeah, for next week. Yeah.
Or next week. So yes, so the predictions is of course Aston Villa with a victory by Paul 2-1, and I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw, right? I think, bro, let's just keep it at that, right? Because I think the more we talk about Manchester United, the more both of us are gonna get riled up.
You ramble on, yeah.
We're gonna ramble on for a long period of time, right? And by the way, Anthony got picked over Amad Diallo as a substitute, which I still don't understand.
I told you, bro. Yeah, he has to justify the 100 million.
How is Anthony gonna? I don't know, bro. Let's just get so. All right, bro. Let's just conclude this episode. I think the more we go about Manchester United,
all right,
the more we ramble
let's
on.
do it. Brother.
All right. So, with that, right, we conclude this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki. All right, so that's it for this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, for those of you who are tuning in, we just want to say thank you for listening to the Futbol Kaki, and we hope that you continue to listen to our other shows here on the network, which of course include the Copy Bros every Monday involving Paul, Milet, Tin Yong, and of course Brandon. This week there is no Copy Bros episode, but we do have one of the more Chinese New Year traditions where we are going to talk about Jack Neo product placement in Chinese New Year movies.
Daikin, bro.
Yeah. What's I ask you, right? Just
Osim chair.
Right? What's your favorite Jack Neo product placement?
Osim chair, bro. Osim, I need a massage. I think the money no enough.
I know the Bakwa one, right? Also. I know Bakwa is our Boys to Men. Right?
Bakwa is I Not Stupid also. The I Not Stupid one, that's the first time they show the Bakwa. Then the Our Boys to Men also, the Lobang brings the Bakwa, right?
But it's a small Bakwa one, right? The small one,
the
right?
small packet, yeah.
The small packet Bakwa. Oh, bro. Jack Neo product placement is always amazing. But of course, Chinese New Year movies, I think they're going to go. Are you going to watch a Jack Neo movie this year? Chinese New Year?
it's I think it's Money No Enough 3, I think.
If I'm not mistaken, yes. From
yeah.
what I know.
It's a tradition. You have to, and he releases it in a very good timing.
Yeah, always
in time during Chinese New Year. Yeah,
during Chinese New Year, but it's a tradition, Singapore tradition. We go Chinese New Year. Then, of course, if you are into game shows, we do have the SG Draft podcast every Friday involving both the Futbol Kaki and the Kopi Bros boys coming together to draft about different topics and have fun while we do it. Last week was, of course, the Grammys draft. Our winner is here. Basically the draft was that artists who have not won a Grammy. Right? So, Paul, how do you feel having won again?
I think it's not. It's not too bad. It's always a good feeling to win.
Yes. after you have lost, after you have been losing for so long, right?
Yeah, I tell you right, my draft record is like Fernando Torres' career. Pick too early, then downhill after that.
Yes, and I am Leicester City. Win one time, then never win again. But
Blackburn,
bro,
is it Blackburn, right?
Blackburn also. But never mind. Moment of the draft. Just go and watch a clip. Involves Machine Gun Kelly. That's all I'm gonna say. So, yes. For everybody watching, we just want to say thank you for joining us this week on the Futbol Kaki and of course here on the Chit podcast. Now we hope that you continue to watch our shows, and if you have not liked and subscribed, please do. And if you have, share the channel with your friends. Follow us on Instagram and of course TikTok to follow us on socials and our updates on when our new episodes, our weekly tournaments, our different clips. And of course, a chance to vote on different topics and our fan voter drafts also. So for everybody here at the Futbol Kaki, we just want to say thank you. And before we go, bro, you got anything else you want to say?
No, not really. I think everyone have a good week and
yes.
Let's watch football.
Have a good week. Have a good week. And we just want to say to everybody, 新年快乐, 恭喜发财, Happy New Year to all
Chinese New Year, yes.
Our Chinese friends here in Singapore and around the world celebrating the Lunar New Year. So thank you, everybody. Have a great week ahead and bye-bye.